Hello, Internet! I'm Elliot the Purple Ardoofus, and welcome to Buddy Reads, where I read a small selection of a book and review it for you. Today we are covering issue number 15 of Fables by Bill Willingham. I hope you've read that issue yourself, because I do not want to ruin anything for you. And this issue starts off with Blue, Flycatcher, and Pinocchio, and they are spreading gossip about Big B and Snow White, and where they might possibly have run off to on their romantic adventure. And I'm just thinking, figure it out, guys. Figure it out. Snow White doesn't love Big B. This isn't a thing. Stop it. We then go to the woods, where we find Big B, and he is swimming in a river. And he wakes up, and he is getting all of his clothes on, and he's looking at the sock, and he's noticing that it's female. And he's like, what the heck? And he goes up, and he sees this tent, and he bangs a frying pan on the tree, and he wakes Snow up, and he says, I don't know how we got here, but I think we've been put into a trance of some kind. And Snow is like, why am I here? We then see the Lilliputian guard who is running away from Goldilocks and Bluebeard, and he comes across a pile of rats, and he's like, oh, thank God, rats. You're my people. Take me back to where I belong. And the rats are like, squeak! And he's like, oh no! Monday rats! And they're like, food! It's just like, no! Big B then tells Snow that they have to get out of there quickly, and Snow says, why? And Big B says, well, this might be just some kind of prank, but if not, there's someone watching us. There's a rental car nearby here somewhere. And she's like, how do you know it's close? And he says, even in a trance, you want to be able to walk on that foot very well. And she says, fair point. We have Bluebeard, Little Boy Blue, and Charming, and they are all looking at this Lilliputian guide. And Bluebeard is like, we have to investigate this. We have to look things over. Charming says, I'll do it. And Bluebeard says, we know we should have someone of nobility do it. And Charming says, I'm of nobility. And Bluebeard says, you sold your nobility, and you bought it back, and if you do that enough times, it kind of loses the fact that it's a nobility. And Charming says, I know better than you. And Little Boy Blue says, actually, Mr. Bluebeard, King Cole said that he would really like Prince Charming to look over this one, especially since he looked over all of the trials at the farm. And Bluebeard just kind of walks away, and he's like, he will regret this. The brooding evil mastermind. This is so fucking good. And then Snow and Big B get into a car that they rented, of course, and they're driving away, and one of the wheels pops, and they start careening down a mountain, and they crash into a tree. Then we get to Prince Charming, and he is getting to Sleeping Beauty's apartment, and Sleeping Beauty says, I don't know what the statute of limitations is, or what the rules are exactly on housing your homeless ex-husbands, but I'm pretty sure that they're not allowed to have a locked room in my apartment. And Charming goes to his locked room, and he says, oh, dear sweetie, it's just a few files, nothing to worry about. I'm going to go in there, do a few things, and then I'll be out in a few minutes to just take care of all of your wifely errands. I promise. And then he slams the door, and he goes in, and you find out that he is actually housing Lilliputian guards. And he is like, what the hell? Why isn't that guard back yet? How did he mess things up so thoroughly? And the Lilliputian guards are like, half of them are like, oh, he's fine. And the other half are like, no, I'm really worried. Wow! The intrigue just keeps on stacking up. Yes, yes, yes! We then have Snow and Big B, and they're looking after their injuries after their car crash, and Big B really hurt his arm. He's like, it'll be fine once I turn into a wolf, but you're going to have to reset my arm. You're going to have to, it's gonna be awful. You're just gonna have to, you're gonna have to hurt me pretty bad. She just kind of grabs his arms, just pops it back into place. It's like, okay, well... Big B says, you didn't hear it, but that wasn't a blowout. The tire was shot. I could hear it with my ears. And Snow's like, oh crap. Big B actually turns into a giant wolf, like a 20-foot wolf, and Snow climbs on top of him, and he runs away with her on top. We then see Goldilocks straddling a motorcycle, and she's talking on the phone, and she's like, I shot the car. It went off a cliff. They might be dead. I'm going to go check. And then we have the Lilliputian guard, and he killed all of the rats that he was trapped with. And he's just walking away devastated because rats are usually his friends. That was kind of sad. And then we have Snow and Big B, and Big B's like, we have to sleep. It's getting late. Please go to sleep. And Snow says, you know, we wouldn't be in this predicament if you didn't confess feelings for me. Bigby's like, yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to sleep. And Snow says, why me? And he says, really? Right now? You want to ask that question right now? You told me millions of times that you didn't want to talk about it, but now? You want to talk about it now? Fine, let's talk about it now. And that's where the issue ends. Oh, this is so good. But like the way that they leave you, just right the appropriate moments to be like, okay, I really need to read the next one. So good! If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you like this video specifically, go ahead and click that like button. And go ahead and leave a comment letting me know, have you ever had unrequited love and how did you handle it? I've been Elliot the Purple Hair Doofus. This has been Buddy Reads, reminding you to watch your pajama radius. And I will see you all in the next issue of Fables by Bill Willingham. Toodles!